All right, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you live. Let's see if we can adjust this camera just a wee bit. Come down just a tad. There we go. And then maybe, nope, we want to come out. There we go. So, Moonbeam, what is it? What's it all about? I don't know. That's what we're here to figure out. We got to turn it in just a little bit. We got to get our camera dialed in here. I don't want too much of a headshot up there. And I don't want to show off too much of my fat, although I'm losing weight, so I'm feeling good. Me and my wife are doing, we're both over 50. I'm almost 60, and my wife is almost 53. She'll be 53 this year. She's getting old. I'm still young, but she's getting old. Um, and well, you got to do stuff about health, but we're not here to talk about that. Today, we're here to look at Moonbeam. I don't know what it is. My friend Gwydion, who is a member of Mr. Mean Speaks, and thank you, Gwydion, for being a member. He also is a super awesome guy. He donates to charity, and he did a nice donation to one of the charities in my name, which was amazing. So I thank you very much, sir. That was very kind of you. Anyway, Gwydion invited me to Moonbeam as a content creator, and he is a content creator himself. He's real big into solo RPGs and tabletop RPGs and audio. He's a real audiophile and music and all that stuff. So I often look to him for guidance when I need help with my audio sources. The only problem is I'm a Mac guy and he's a PC guy. So sometimes we can't talk the same language, but we usually figure it out. He's been a lot of help to the channel in the past. So again, as always, a big thank you to Gwydion. It's all because of him that I'm here. He gave me an invite, which prompted me to reach out to Moonbeam and see if I could get my own channel. And I did. They approved it yesterday. For those that don't know, Moonbeam is a community hub, kind of like Discord, but it's more along the lines of a community for people of like-minded interest, just like Discord. But it's a way for us content creators to try and make a little money. I'm getting older. I'm thinking about retirement real soon, and one of the things I want to do to supplement my income is my streaming. I paint. I have Mr. Mean Paints, which is the logo there. And if I move it over, you could probably see it. Yeah, there's my logo. And I'm going to move the. Oops, I can't go too far because it'll double up. Um, I don't. I so in fact, there's a little channel logo of me painting right there. Uh, my friend Wiki Snapper made that for me, so much kudos and thank you to him. And I see a couple people have already joined the channel. Gwydion, for one, it was a reciprocal because I joined his channel, and I think he even gave me creator rights on his channel. And I haven't done anything because I really just haven't had the time to figure this out. But my wife had a little minor surgical thing done today. She's okay. She's in bed resting. But I've got the day to myself. My son is in school. For those that don't know, my son is autistic and he's 8 years old. He is wonderful. If you followed me over here from the Mr. Mean community, from my Discord or my YouTube channel, you probably know all of this already. But first of all, I want to say thank you for taking the time to watch and maybe comment and stuff. I'm not quite sure how all this Moonbeam works. I'm going to be hitting Gwydion up and then doing a little bit of research on my own to figure out a little bit more about this. But I did send an invitation out to some of my channel members on Discord, and I see Ron Talks Tabletop. Ron is awesome. He's another YouTuber who does RPG reviews and talks about and interviews and stuff like that, and he's a super awesome guy. So if you haven't checked out his channel, go check it out. It's real simple. It's Ron Talks Tabletop. He's on the Discord. He's not as active as I'd like him to be, but I know we're all busy, and it's amazing. I know Gwydion is always lurking. There's a lot of publishers and designers on my channel, which is amazing. I think it's so cool that we have this community, and I'm just hoping that Moonbeam is kind of, I would like to see integration between Discord and Moonbeam. I think that would be super cool. I don't know if that's something that'll ever happen just because Moonbeam is a monetization platform. They're trying to make money. I don't even know how it all works yet. I haven't figured it all out, but I do know that I want to start streaming more. I want to get Mr. Mean paints off the ground. I actually went to Hobby Lobby today after I tucked my wife in, and I bought some more hobby supplies because I was running low on some stuff. So I got some cool stuff, some hobbying materials that I needed that I noticed I was lacking. Let me move this back over, but you can see there's the Mr. Mean paint logo. Let me see. Let's get this in the channel. I don't think we need. Yeah, I think that's good. Um, and I just wanted to give a shout out. And I guess the way this is supposed to, I guess the way this is supposed to work is, I don't know how this is supposed to work. Let's see. Let's see. We'll figure this. These are clips of other people streaming and doing things. And if you click on one of these, you would be able to watch it. So I'd imagine eventually I'll be in there. Um, Nothing happens when you click home. And I click on, oh, because I'm clicking on the wrong thing. That's the that's the preview window. This is my actual working. So there's somebody streaming. I don't want to record them. These are streams that you can look up. So let's see if we search around and we say Mr. Mean. Does it come up? Does anything come up? Well, look at that, #1. And yeah, okay, cool. I put a little thing in there, a place to explore tabletop RPGs. The big ones and the little ones all are welcomed. Let's see what awesome TTRPGs are out there. So, part of the gist of my channel is reviewing or at least talking about. I wouldn't say I'm a reviewer because I don't really go over a lot of mechanics. I just give you a taste for the game and maybe pique your interest to see if it's something that you're willing to look into. I do have a drive-through affiliate link, which I'll make sure I put down in the doobly-doo. The nice thing about affiliate links from drive-through is when you use my affiliate link to browse and purchase something, I get a little bit of a kickback and it doesn't cost you anything extra. So it really helps support the channel. So if you're not a Patreon member or you're not a Ko-Fi or Buy Me a Coffee, for those that don't know, Ko-Fi bought out Buy Me a Coffee, so now it's Ko-Fi. But you can support me there as well. Ko-Fi doesn't have a membership or anything. You can send a one-time payment or whatever that you like, or you can do a monthly subscription. Right now I have a Patreon. It's only $5 a month. Don't worry, it's not going up because of tariffs. Sorry, bad political joke. I don't like to do political stuff on my channel, but I couldn't resist. It's $5 a month. It supports the channel. The money I make off the channel goes right back into the channel. So currently, right now, I think just for full disclosure, I make about $50 a month off of Patreon, and that money goes to pay for other Patreons that I'm a part of. So I have 2 or 3 for my mini factory because I have a 3D printer, and that's also another hobby that ties into the tabletop RPG. And that's one of the things we'll talk about here on Moonbeam. We'll do these hangouts. I'm going to try to do it weekly, and get it on here, and we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens when you visit the realm. Oh, it just takes you right back to the main page. So again, I'm not quite sure how all of this works. I don't even know how you chat with somebody. Maybe Gwydion will post something there for me. You can see I belong to 2 realms. I'm part of Gwydion's realm, which again, he does RPG frequencies because, like I said, he's really big into audio stuff, which is super cool. Um, and this is a really cool platform. I kind of like the interface. They've been tweaking it a lot. And of course, this is all about making money, to be honest. They're going to take a cut of whatever I make. It's, another platform. I am not a big fan of Patreon. So if you are one of my Patreon members and you would rather support me here than on Patreon, I'm going to ask you to make the switch. And as I find out more, I'll do another video detailing that process and how we can make it a painless process, because I'm just not a fan of Patreon at all. And it's a clunky platform. It's one more place to go to interact with me. I wish there was a way to set up monetization like on Discord. That would be awesome, because then I could just go through Discord and then they could just take whatever I make and pay for my Discord. My Discord a month costs me $25. I've boosted the server a couple of times to get certain perks, and I can transfer files. I do a quarterly giveaway, every so often on my Patreon to, and I'll give somebody a PDF, or I'll buy them like a 15 or a $20 gift card from Drive Through RPG. Just my way of giving back to the community for supporting me. Sometimes publishers send me extra copies of books, or they'll send me one for review and one to give away, and I'll do a random drawing and I'll give that away. So it's things like that that I like to do. And I haven't really pushed Patreon or the subscription model or anything like that. I don't do any special, ooh, if you're a Patreon, you get this. The only thing I really do is if you're a Patreon member, you get first dibs on any game I roll. I run. I try to run a couple of games every so often on Discord via Foundry, or just straight up Discord, Theater of the Mind. Um, I've I've been told I'm a good GM. I have a lot of fun doing it. I've been doing it since D&D came out, so 1974, 75, 76. My mom was my first GM, or yeah, my mom, or DM, Dungeon Master. My mom was my very first Dungeon Master. My first edition of Dungeons and Dragons came in a Ziploc bag with chits. There were no dice. I still have that set, and it is signed by Gary Gygax and Dave Arness. So I'm pretty excited about that. I have it locked away. Um, and it's sealed in a bag airtight because it's yellow. Obviously I've had it for ages. Um, I also have the red box somewhere, and I have the blue box of D&D. I have every iteration of D&D except the newest 2024 one. I've given up on WotC, Wizards of the Coast. I don't support them in any way, shape, or form. Third party stuff I do support. I'm a big fan of Kobold Press. I've done, if you go back in my YouTube library, you can see I have reviewed all of Warlock, uh, the Warlock Grimoire. There's 4 of them to date, and I think they are absolutely amazing. I love their Midgard setting. I am by choice a Pathfinder player. Huge, huge Pathfinder fan. Let's jump over to. Oh, Chupa's on here. My ear trumpet has been struck by lightning watching the sausage being made. I don't know who that is, but that's hilarious. Thank you, my ear trumpet, and of course Chupa. Uh, Thank you, sir. I hope you are doing well. Let me see if I can pop this chat out. Uh, Pop out chat. Now, again, I would joining Moonbeam is free. It doesn't cost you anything. So pop over to the chat. Oop, we're looping. Oh, because I put that over there. Let's see if I take that out and I put it over here. And I go, oh, it went crazy. It went crazy. I may not be able to do that. Let's see here what happened. Let's come back. It's going to take a minute to sort itself out because of all the different. See, we're learning. We're all learning. I use OBS. Just a little bit about the channel. I've got, I think, close to 600 videos up. Most of the videos are tabletop RPG related. There's a couple where I was streaming Star Wars: The Old Republic, but I didn't get a lot of interest in it. And it's really, I mean, why would you come to a tabletop RPG channel to watch streaming of RPGs? So, not a huge big deal yet. I'm just trying to, oh, let's go here. That's why it's going crazy. Because it's recording this, I have 2 screens. So, but what I was getting at is I got a smoking deal. If you're ever in the market for technology that Best Buy sells, do yourself a favor, go into the store. Go into the store and ask them if they have whatever you're looking for, a MacBook Pro. Go into the store and then ask them if they have an open box. And a lot of times they'll go on the back, or they'll check with Geek Squad and see they have one repaired. The customer doesn't want to pay for it. And so there's nothing wrong with it. I got a 34-inch, I believe it's 34-inch. Let me double check here. 38-inch. 38-inch LG curved display and the and nano IPS 1 millisecond. It was a WQHD plus. This monitor back in the day sold for $1,500. Now it is a 4-year-old monitor, so technology-wise, it's kind of old, but it's curved display. It has Thunderbolt 3 input output on it, so that I can plug in my Mac Mini. And the reason I wanted a very wide screen is I am noticing, I work from home, and I'm noticing a lot of neck fatigue. Like I'm getting sore by the end of my workday because I have two 27-inch HP high definition screens, and they are the HP 27MQ, and they are phenomenal. The resolution on here is amazing. I have poor eyesight, and so I wanted something that would look good, and I'm very, very happy with it. You know what? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to get my iPad. Since I can't adjust that screen over there, I'm going to get my iPad, and I'm going to put up the YouTube channel because I don't know how to, I personally don't know how to chat in Moonbeam yet, so I might as well. And I don't want to ignore the people in the chat there. So I'm going to go to Moonbeam. Someone on audio or something was trying, I don't know what was going on there. Like I said, we're learning, guys. Hey, it's Angel Citadel. Hail to the Citadel. Woo, Angel. I'm still trying to figure this all out. I don't know if that's Josh or if that's his lovely wife. I'm not sure. Well, we're learning, guys. We're gonna kill the audio on this. Citadel. Hail to the Citadel. Woo, Angel. Trying to figure the. Still trying to figure this all out. I don't know if that's Josh or if that's his lovely wife. I'm not sure. All right, so we got the audio there. So Angel Citadel's on here. That's my friend Josh and his lovely wife Joanne. They are also YouTubers. They also stream live RPG sessions. I know they were real big into I think it was Sunless Citadel by Monty Cook. I am not a Monty Cook fan. I make that very clear. But I do love The Strange, and I love their Gods of the Fall setting, which wasn't done by them, but it uses those rules. Gods of the Fall is a really great setting. Computer games aren't true RPGs, my ear trumpet says. You are absolutely correct. Depending on the computer game, I think games like Baldur's Gate, Fallout 4, Celestra, all of those are Solatra or whatever. Some of those games are really very close to a table, especially when they have online multiplayer. And Baldur's Gate, obviously, you can create your own scenarios and everything, so you could GM it by playing the monsters and stuff. And so I think it's a very fine line. But I do enjoy certain RPGs. I do enjoy my Xbox and my PlayStation. So I include them in my. I even have a spot on my channel. My ear trumpet, I love your name. I welcome. I have nothing. I'm at a loss for words for that name. We're talking about Moonbeam. I got approved for a realm in Moonbeam. It's called Mr. Mean Speaks. It is free to join. I put a link on my Discord. I'll put maybe a link in the doobly-doo here. Yeah, Chupa, give it a look. It's free. It's very similar to Discord. I think Discord has a leg up. The point of Moonbeam, from what I can tell, and I'm still new, is it is an aggregate for content creators to post their stuff, to get a community to follow them, and then there's a little bit of a payment structure. I don't know how that works. I don't know. Right now everything is free. I don't know how it's going to work. I may or may not be on here that long. I don't know how well it's going to work or what it's worth. If it's worth my time to just promote YouTube more. YouTube is clearly making it harder and harder to make money as a YouTuber, and they're consistently tweaking the rules to make it difficult to get monetized. Um, so like right now, I think I have more than enough viewers. I have more than enough viewership. But what I'm lacking on is I think it's time. I can't get monetized until I have X amount of hours of viewership. And even though I have over like right at 600 videos up, it clearly is not enough. And the problem with YouTube is a lot of people just watch stuff and then, they watch it for 10 minutes and then, short attention span theater is what I call it. And there's nothing wrong with that. First time viewer, I'm assuming you mean first time viewer, first time commenter. Well, thank you, my ear trumpet. I just love the name. Chupa's a longtime fan. I believe Chupa's on the Discord. I think he has a different name on the Discord though. But is awesome. I'm just gonna call you Trumpet Man because that's too much to type out, and I'm fat and lazy. Excuse me. Chupa's been with me for a long time, so Chupa's awesome, and he always tries to pop in and say hi, so I do appreciate it. And like I said, I don't know what this Moonbeam thing is about. Angie Citadel just said hi, but I'm assuming they're at work and they're not. They don't have time to comment or whatever. Um, but yeah, we're getting there, man. We're gonna learn about it. We're gonna figure it out. We're going to make sure it all works. There's subscriptions. I don't know how subscriptions work. We're going to, you can see what I can see my screen here. This is the Moonbeam. It looks pretty cool. I know it's not super intuitive right now. I know they're working on that. Like, I don't know what this button is. What is that? Realm chat queue. No messages. Oh, I guess this is where stream queues. Uh, Banned words, timeouts. So, I mean, they're getting the infrastructure together. Uh, Trumpet says that's fine. Yeah, there's about a 8 to 10 second delay between me talking and what you guys hear. That's just the uploading and coding and everything from YouTube. Uh, the point of this is supposed to be that you're supposed to stream, if my understanding is correctly, you can stream directly into Moonbeam. So I can make content only for Moonbeam, which is, if that's the case and I figure out how it all works and it makes sense and it's feasible, that'll be my plan is my Patreon members will get access to these videos first through Moonbeam, and then, or subscribers via Moonbeam will get access to it first, and then it will upload to YouTube. But again, I'm not quite sure how it all works. Coco B is on lunch. What's up, Mr. Mean, Chupa, Mercurius? Coco B's another longtime subscriber to the channel. We don't get to play too often together, but he's always posting in the channel. He pops in every so often on the Discord. He's more active when I do a YouTube live stream. I guess I catch him at the right times. But Coco B, longtime supporter of the channel. Thank you, Coco. Uh, uh, what was I talking about? I'm lost and confused. I'm not very smart. See what happens when you get a day off. I'm curious. I can't even say all of that, man. That's Greek to me. Get it? A little pun there. Or Italian. Cool. Mercurius. I'm not sure if you're on my Discord or not. I don't think you are. I don't. Neither name sounds familiar. But that is a cool handle. I kind of like the my ear trumpet has been struck by lightning. It's a mouthful, that's for sure. It's definitely you know who's exactly you're talking to when you utter that phrase. But yeah, and it's weird because sometimes our YouTube handle is different from our Discord or whatever. That's why I changed the name. It's awesome. Uh, So yeah, this Moonbeam thing looks pretty cool. And like I said, if the monetization works out, and again, money's tight for everybody. That's why I keep my Patreon at $5. No one could, no one could pronounce it. Yeah, that happens sometimes, man. I get it. Yeah, Coco, say it right or don't say it at all. Jeez, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. My nickname is Mr. Mean. I mean, we talk about tabletop RPGs, and today I didn't want to make this video solely about Moonbeam, but I wanted to make everybody aware that it's out there. If you're on my Discord, Coco, I know you're on the Discord, not very often. Chupa, I know you're on there. Go ahead and there's a link. I think it's good for the first 25. They gave me 100 invites. I only did like 20 just to start, just to see what the interest was. Um, but I can always add more. So if you want to check out this Moonbeam, you want to try and support Mr. Mean, which I would like you to do, but I understand if it's not your thing or you don't want another social media. I totally get it. I tried to do MeWe. I still post to MeWe, but it's basically just cut and paste, same way it is to Facebook. I'm not a big Facebook guy. I liked MeWe, and then MeWe changed. MeWe came about after they closed G Plus. For those that remember G Plus, Google Places, they closed G Plus, which was a great community, great resource. I don't know why it went away. Uh, my ear forgives Coco, so that's very kind. It's very magnanimous of you, my ear trumpet. Uh, but um, it's just another way to garner revenue to help promote. Because, like I said, I'm getting close to retirement, and my plan is to do this full time, where I'm reviewing tabletop RPGs, I'm painting miniatures, that kind of thing. I'm talking about technology in the industry. Speaking of technology in the industry, I do want to segue. I want you guys to go check out. I got to get the exact name because I don't want to do it. I want you to go check out www.bagofmapping.com, or is it Bag of Maps? Let's go over here. Let's double check. Yes, I use Brave as my browser. Oh, I got to get my other keyboard here. It's Bag of Mapping. Let's see if it comes up. Bag of Mapping. I believe that's yes. You guys have to check this out. Owlbear Rodeo is free and it's awesome, but it has some limitations, and I'm not wild about it. I'm going to tell you right now, Bag of Mapping, really solid, really cool. Big shout out to the guys over there. I don't know how many people are on this project. It is free. I am paying I think it's $1.99. Let's see. How much is it to join the Discord or join? Yeah, $1.99. Now, excuse me, they have map partners. This is pretty much a mapping tool that you can use to run tabletop RPGs. I'm gonna God, I got the hiccups. So I apologize, guys. I'm gonna run this bag of mapping next Saturday on my Pathfinder Second Edition. I'm a huge Pathfinder Second Edition fan. I have all the core books, the current core books in sketch covers. Uh, Unfortunately, Paizo is just downright stupid. They're raising the price of all their books, their core books, to $79.99, which is redonkulous. The good part is I think I have everything I need right now. The only thing I would invest in is the next monster manual. And I'm not sure when that's coming out. I think it's coming out pretty soon. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for your lunch hour or during your day. Uh, uh, yeah, you're right, my ear. It was the monetization of Google Plus that it just didn't work out the way. And years ago I thought Google was amazing. I mean, my email is mrmeanspeaks@gmail.com, and my personal email, which I use for work related stuff and for business stuff is jpolak at gmail.com. So if you've been around the IT industry long enough, you know to have a first initial on your last name and no numbers or no, underscore this, it means you've had your Gmail account for a long time, and I've had mine for a very long time. I love using Brave. Now, the problem with Brave when I run Pathfinder is Brave's security features, while they are awesome, interferes with Owlbear Rodeo's functionality. And so I have to use a different browser window. So I'm a Mac guy. I have a MacBook Air M2. I love it. It's a great, light, portable, powerful laptop. So when I'm running it, I have to run Safari for my players so that I can push the map to an external monitor that I have that I connect to via AirPlay, which is amazing. And Owlbear Rodeo will do I forgot what it's called, WebM or WebP, WebM, the animated maps. It will do that. The problem is it just going from Brave to Safari or whatever. Something just doesn't play nice. Now my initial testing with Bag of Mapping, I don't seem to have those issues. I have to do some more testing. Hopefully that's on the plan for today after I do this stream. Uh, uh, Take out a bank loan and buy your RPG books. Yes, unfortunately. So, but anyway, if you do tabletop RPGs, I love Foundry. Don't get me wrong. Foundry is very powerful, but there is a learning curve with Foundry. I work in software and tech support and computer, with servers and everything all day long. When I get off of 8 hour, 9 hours of work, I don't want to come home and fight with software. And that's my problem with Foundry. Every time there's an update, you got to go retool everything. This doesn't work, that doesn't work. And I'm at that point. I'm almost 60. I'm tired. I don't want to fight with this stuff. I just want it to work. And Bag of Mapping, I really like where they're going with this. User blocked. I don't know what you're talking about there, Trumpet. I don't know what you mean you're blocked, but yeah, Bag of Mapping seems pretty cool. You can play for free. There's no cost, so it's just like Owlbear Rodeo. It seems very similar to Owlbear Rodeo. There is a subscription option, like I said, for $2 a month. I will say this whole easy map grid thing is super cool. I'm running an old adventure from the days of D&D 3.5, so I don't have any good high resolution maps. I do have a PDF of the adventure, and so I was able to import that map. But unfortunately, it's pixelated and everything. But I've cleaned it up as best I can. But it does have grid lines on it, so I don't have to use grid lines in in my in my VTT. The problem with Owlbear Rodeo is it's a little bit convoluted. It's not hard, but it is convoluted and messy to get the grid to line up properly. Uh, Bag of Mapping makes it so easy. It's a 3-step process, 1, 2, 3, and when you're done, your map is lined. The grid matches. So while I'm using a very old map that's somewhat pixelated, I can blow it up enough that it looks good and it fits, because we have, for those that haven't seen, oh, you don't like Apple. I get it. Not everybody's a fanboy. I've been a long time fanboy of Apple. I've had 3 MacBooks in my life, and all of them have lasted well over 8 years. Well, 2 have lasted well over 8 years. This one is a year old. I bought it in 2024, the M2. And my desktop computer is a Mac Mini M2. And I'm tempted to upgrade to the M3 just to get the more RAM, because you can't obviously upgrade the RAM in these things. So, and I think that sucks, and I know the argument that. But what I will say is, with Apple hardware, you may pay more for it, but you get a lot of bang for your buck, and it lasts. Like I said, my last 2 Apple laptops lasted well over 8 years, and I know for one, my old MacBook Retinal display is still going because I gave it to a friend, and he's still using it. So there you go. Hey, Red One. Wow. maybe I should stream more during the day. I get off work at 3 o'clock. I should maybe jump on at 3 o'clock and try to stream. So anyway, that's Bag of Mapping. I highly recommend you guys check it out. Angel Citadel, yay! I don't know who Donovan Rusted Portal is. I'm assuming that might be, huh? I don't know who Donovan is, but thanks for following, Donovan. I appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, where I got totally sidetracked here. Oh, Bag of Mapping. Totally solid, man. I recommend checking it out. It's very graphically, it's pretty. I don't know how else to say it. It's easy to use. Their fog of war and everything is, I mean, Owlbear Rodeo is neat. Don't get me wrong. I really like Owlbear Rodeo. I love Foundry. Foundry is my go-to VTT. But unless I'm running something that's very established, I'm not going to use Foundry because I don't want to fight with the software to get it working. I love Castles and Crusades. It's in my top 3 all-time favorite tabletop fantasy RPGs. And I am turned off on it right now because I have just fought and fought and fought with Foundry in it because the module for Foundry is just not that good, and it's not where it needs to be. And I don't want to have to fight, and I don't want my players to have to fight. I want to tell a story and have fun. Bag of Mapping, I'm hoping, is going to be that in between fix. Now, if they get their module set up for Castles and Crusade and they get it working properly and everything's doing what it's supposed to do, then great. But where it stands right now, it's not usable for me. Other people may not have a problem with it, but I'm spoiled. I have all the stuff for Pathfinder on Foundry, and Pathfinder runs primo. And in fact, the 2 best examples of a successful Foundry module are D&D and Pathfinder. They are the 2 most well supported Foundry modules. And then you have Dice So Nice. I'm really hoping the guys that make Dice So Nice get absorbed by the Foundry guys, or at least Foundry purchase it, or whatever needs to happen to make it part of Foundry as a default, because Dice So Nice is an amazing 3D mapper. And that is the biggest reason for me wanting to use a VTT. Is I live in Duluth, Minnesota. It's not a small town, but it's not a big town. It's about the same, I think it's the same populace as Beaumont, Texas. And it's hard to find players up here that aren't playing D&D and only want to play D&D. Now, I've gotten lucky. I have 6 players. Part of it is they love Pathfinder, but they also like the way that I GM. So it goes a long way. If you have both, if you have a good story and a good GM and a good rule set, then you have, hopefully, and good players, obviously, you have a successful RPG. And so I'm lucky in that aspect that I have all 3 of those. I have a very good rule set, which is Pathfinder 2nd edition. I have me as I assume I'm a good GM. They've been coming back for over a year now, every 2 weeks or sometimes every week. And then of course I have awesome players. I haven't lost any players. They all enjoy the game. So, and they enjoy hanging out and doing stuff. So it's very cool. So Bag of Mapping for my home, I use it for my home game, and it's going, I don't know how it's going. I did a demo. I did a mock combat because we use physical miniatures. For those that don't know, I'm a budding, I'm a learning 3D printer, resin 3D. I have a Uniformation GK2, which I love, and I love printing my own miniatures. Because I don't run too many store-bought adventures, and so I make up my own stuff. So I need to have a plethora of miniatures that I can get to at any given time. And not to give everybody vertigo here, but I'm gonna move the camera, so if that bothers you, look away. But as you can see, there's a bunch of miniatures there. There's a bunch of miniatures there. There's a bunch of miniatures there, and then there's some on the other side over there on those shelves. So I got 6 shelves right now, and they are full. So I need to put up more shelves. But yeah, I'm just enamored with this age of technology that we live in, and all the cool toys / tools that we have at our disposal. So I'm hoping to stream more, and that's what Moonbeam, to get back on track here, I got sidetracked. That's what Moonbeam is going to be for. Moonbeam is going to allow me, hopefully to monetize my videos a little bit more. And that's not to say that I'm not going to have free stuff on um, YouTube or whatever. I'm still going to keep posting. So if it's not it's not your gig, you know, your jam, your meat and potatoes, that's fine. You'll still be able to go to YouTube and see my videos. Uh, I want to make that very clear. I'm not abandoning YouTube or anything like that. Uh, just YouTube is making it very hard to make a living. And like I said, when I retire, uh, which hopefully is in the next 2, at worst 3 years, my plan would be to do this full time where I can stream while my son is in school, and I can, I can have a plethora of content available to my subscribers and everything. And so hopefully Moonbeam is going to facilitate that. Yeah, I'm a theater of the mind person too, but with technology being so readily available and pretty much free, my players were kind enough. They chipped in. We bought, I think it was $150 42-inch Pioneer TV, flat screen. And I mean, it was nothing. And then me and my buddy Ryan took it apart and we mounted it into the table. I have just a 8 foot long, big plastic picnic fold out table. I mounted it in there, and then we mounted the speakers underneath with the Wi-Fi card. And so I can stream to it. I can do, it's very mobile. I can fold the table in half and I can put it in the back of my car and I can take it somewhere if I need to. So it's a win-win. Um, and my players all chipped in for that. And so I think out of my pocket was maybe $50, and then they paid for the rest. Everybody chipped in. So we have a really cool gaming group in that aspect. I've printed all their miniatures. I've painted all their miniatures. I print and paint all the monsters that they use in the game. So yeah, 3D printing is a lot of fun, but it's not cheap. It's expensive. The resin's not terribly expensive. The wear and tear on the machine, like a new LCD, will probably cost me about $150. But I've got 2,000 hours or something like that. And I think I'm barely 200 hours into my printer. I've had it since July. So yeah, I got some time on that before I have to replace that screen, but I will have to replace it, or the FEP, or the resin reservoir, things like that. But to me, it's a worth expense. Because it's fun, and it's like Christmas morning every time that printer is done and I see the tray rises to the top and I see the miniatures attached to the plate. I get so excited. It is literally like Christmas every single time. uh, and I used to be a big fan of War Machine, and War Machine just got bought out. I forgot the name of the company, but they re-released everything as 3D resin prints, and they just started a tribe on My Mini Factory. And if you signed up, you got a whole bunch of miniatures for free, which I did. I promptly dropped it because I didn't want to pay $10 a month for a game that I'm not playing, but I wanted the free miniatures. Because the nice thing about STLs is once you pay for them or you get them, they're yours and you have them, and you can print more and more of those miniatures. So I've printed a whole bunch of stuff, and it's been a blast. And I love having the 3D miniatures on the table using this 42-inch, TV for my maps, and then of course using bag of mapping to display my maps, and and being able to set snow, fog, rain, autumn leaves blown across the screen or whatever is really cool. So um, I tend to run indie games or less uh, popular games, so there's usually not a Foundry module for it. So I've been running Theater of the Mind. I really like uh, Fantasy Age by Green Ronin, and I just got their second edition stuff a few months ago. I would really like to run a small campaign of that. Uh, my two favorite top in my top two favorite, my number one favorite RPG I think of all time is The Dark Eye, by Ulysses Spiel. This is a German game. This is basically German's version of D&D, Germany's version of D&D. And this there is an awesome character creation software um, on Drive Through RPG, and it's free, and it's regularly updated and done very well. So if you haven't checked out The Dark Eye, and there's a card game. There is, I mean, this game has over 35, maybe close to 40 years worth of background, and the players get to um, update the world, and like it's very community driven as to what's happening in the world and things like that. Ulysses Spiel did a very successful Kickstarter for the Americanized version of it, and there's quite a few books. In fact, I have almost a full shelf devoted to it, and I have everything that's come out for the Dark Eye in America for this version. I think this is the second or third edition for the U.S. I have the original one that came out from the U.S., but it was just a single book, and I think it never went any further. This is, and I love it. It says recommended for one game master and 3 to 6 players, age 10 and up. Um, this is the digest GM book, or this is the core book. The nice thing about the Dark Eye, and I'm a big fan of this, is a single book is all you need. There's enough monsters in here. There's enough stuff in here for you to play and not have to buy another book for quite a while, unless you want to. If you're the kind of GM that makes up your own stories and makes your own monsters, you have all the guidelines in here to do that, and you don't need to buy anything else. And of course, buying the extra books and stuff supports the game company, A, and B, gives you more data and stuff to work with. So super cool. I really, this is one of my all-time favorites. I fell in love with this years ago at a convention at Gen Con. I think it was 91 or 92 Gen Con. I fell in love with this. I played it at the con because I go to conventions to play games I've never played before. And so I saw this and I didn't know what it was. And the guy that ran it was really cool. Now, it was a slightly different set of rules, but not very much. Like I said, if you like a very skill-based, in-depth game with huge amount of lore, if you're into that, this is the game for you. And I have a review of all the books and everything that I've gotten over from the Kickstarter and everything on my channel. So definitely go check it out. Mr. Mean Speaks YouTube channel. I'll try to put link. Well, it'll be on YouTube, so you'll be able to see it. So anyway, my number one all-time favorite fantasy-based RPG, The Dark Eye. And like I said, I love this size book. And I think they came out with all the books in that size. My number two all-time favorite fantasy role-playing game is Pathfinder, second edition. Pathfinder first, I have a ton of books for Pathfinder first edition, but it was just entirely too crunchy for me. It was we used to call it 3.75 when 3.5 D&D went away and they went to fourth edition. Paizo, who at the time was publishing Dragon and Dungeon magazine, and they were making adventures and everything for 3.5, they picked up the license, or they made their own under the OGL, and thus, in the long run, long story short, we got Pathfinder second edition, which is amazing. The 3-action economy is my jam. I love it as a GM. I love it as a player, although I don't get to play very much. And this is the sketch cover, so very cool. And of course, the back is colored. But yeah, I have all the core books for this: Player Core 1 and 2, the Monster Manual, and the GM Core. I think that's everything. Yeah, the Bestiary. I think they're getting ready to come out with a Bestiary 2. Now, tied for third place. Actually, I'm not going to say. I'm going to say fourth. Third place would be Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, only because I got everything for second, third edition. I got all of the Green Ronin books, and I have not everything, but I have everything I need to run the current version from Cubicle 7, and I have to say, Cubicle 7 does amazing stuff. And then a fourth would have to be Castles and Crusades. I don't know what my fifth is. I think fifth might be Blood Iron by Broken Rat Games. I gotta say, and that's a tough one because I'm waiting to see. I think he's going to come out with a percentile-based version of the Black Iron, and if he does, I love a percentile-based system. Although his D6 system is really good, and I'm not. Anyone who's followed my channel for a long time knows I am not a fan of D6. But yeah, I really, really enjoy the Blood Iron or Black Iron. I think it should be named Blood Iron. I think I always get it confused. Is it Black Iron or Blood Iron? And I don't have anybody to play it with. We were running a short campaign on the channel, and then it fell apart because of me. Again, I have an autistic child, and he doesn't always, it's not always conducive to run on a schedule because things don't go right. Anybody who's had autistic children in their life or people, you know the struggle. But anyway, it's awesome. Those are my games. I wanted to, just get on here and talk about Moonbeam, what I'm expecting from it, what I want to get out of it, um, how much it enjoys or whatever. I'm pretty stoked about it so far. Um, I don't know how to use it. I'm going to learn and play with it and see if it's a viable platform. Um, I really appreciate the live chat. We got 5 people in the chat now. If you're in the chat and you haven't posted already, pop in and say hi. Um, Let me know you're in there. Waggle my ear, as they say. My ear trumpet has been struck by lightning. I have a very active Discord. If you're buddy with Coco B, he knows where it is and everything. But there'll be links in the doobly doo. We talk about all types of RPGs. Um, we go through RPGs like underwear. Yeah. As you can see, I have a little bit of a library behind me. This room is about 30 feet long, and that library goes from this end all the way to that end. I think it's 27.8 feet long, that bookshelf. And of course, it's 4 shelves of books and goodies. So yeah, I've been collecting for a long time. And the sad part is, I lost about half this much in an ugly divorce in the early 2000s. I had every White Wolf book for Vampire the Masquerade and Werewolf, because those were my 2 favorite settings at the time. I had all of the hardback, all of the softback, and unfortunately I had to sell them to pay for lawyers and all that fun stuff. So anyway, um, yeah, if you're sitting in the chat, pop in and say hi. I know Coco B's in there. My ear or Mr. Trumpet, Red One, Chupa, and I don't know who else. There's one more. That's 4. So Chupa, Trumpet, Coco, and Red One. That's 4. I don't know who the 5th one is. Pop in and say hi, unless it's me because I'm watching. I don't know if it counts me or not. That's pretty funny. Um, other than that, like I said, I don't know much about Moonbeam. I'm hoping Gwydion will drop some knowledge on me. I need to watch a couple more videos. I think they have a couple of informative videos I can go watch. I planned on getting some hobby painting done today, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think I have a little bit of computer work here to do. I'm going to have to, I think my new monitor, that's what we were talking about. I got sidetracked. Hi from France. Hey, man. I don't know any French, so we. uh, Gareni 01. Greetings. Wow, France. We're international, guys. Uh, oh, wow. And trumpets from Australia. So down under. Wow. Um, what's funny is I watch a lot of YouTube from Australia, believe it or not. I'm a big fan of insects, believe it or not. And so, of course, you guys have, Australia has the best insects. They all want to eat you. But yeah, well, Canada, Cocoa Bee, America's crazy hat. We get it. Uh, I'm not sure how you say Guarini. I, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. You're lucky I walk upright. Uh, Grenier? I don't know, sir. If you can phonetically spell it in English, that might help us. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just grateful that you're here. We're talking about Moonbeam. I got accepted for Realm. Moonbeam is a new venture that is going to allow content creators such as myself to hopefully get a little more monetized. There's plenty of insects around. Yep. Chupa's from New York. I knew that. I'm from Brooklyn, Lincoln Heights to be specific, which kind of really doesn't exist anymore because like all the brownstones that used to be there in Brooklyn are all gone now. Brooklyn is now mini Manhattan. Where you could pay $4,000 a month for a closet to rent. Um, Warren. Hey, Warren. Well, Warren as in Warren is a first name, or Warren is like where animals live? Just curious. But thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know what brought you to my channel, but thank you. If you're into tabletop RPGs, I do have a French RPG, which is pretty funny. I just thought about that. I don't know where it is on my shelves. I have quite a big library back here, but oh, what was the name of it? Can I? I know it's a French RPG. It's a fantasy. Oh, you can't hear me if I'm talking away. It's a where rabbits live. Yes, or where they leave. Yeah, Warren. Um, I'm trying to see if I can see where the book is. I have a French RPG that was converted to English, and of course I can't find it now in this mass of RPGs that I have. It's probably buried. Oh, that's going to kill me now because it's driving me nuts. But anyway, it's not the end of the world. I guess I can put this on now. There we go. Hopefully my beard doesn't tickle it too much. Let's see. Yeah, so we're just trying to see, I'm going to learn a little bit more about Moonbeam, take you guys on this journey with me. I'm going to try to do more of these little vlogs. The theme was fantasy. Shit, well, you're going to see my fat ass now. I'm going to stand up because I know I have the book. So pardon me for going off screen. Um, and it's right on the tip of my tongue too. That's the part that's annoying me. This is what happens when you have a giant library of game books. It's going to annoy me. It was a fantasy game. Let's see if it's up here. Oh, there it is. I have to pull this out. I believe it's French now. Maybe you'll be able to tell me. Sorry to pop out a screen like that. I'm going to hold it up to the screen there. Agoné. Epic role-playing game in the Twilight Realms. At the dawn of time, the Muses breathed life and magic into Harmundia. Then the Mask came, a renegade set on putting all mortals under his yoke. Blah, 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 blah. Tales of Argosa, yes. Coco, I'm a huge fan. So it is French, huh? Let's see what the copyright date on this is, because I know this. I've had this. This has been in my collection for a long. 2001. Yeah, authors David Benoit, Sébastien Sellerin, Mathieu Goborit, Gregory Lankman, Jean-Remy Lerin, Jean-Baptiste Lullian. Those are all the authors. So, yeah. See, I told you. I've only got to play it once, but I did have fun. It was kind of a dark game, if I remember correctly. Character sheet is very active. I don't know how well you can see that. You know, I'm an idiot. I have a giant studio light here for just... There we go. Now you can see it a little better. Yeah, so it's a really cool game. A little bit on the dark side, but very cool. Yeah, you could play a Minotaur. Yeah, baby. So, yeah. Yeah, very cool. I forgot I had this, so that's very cool, man. I'm going to have to leave this out so I can look at it. Well, thank you, Warren. I'm I'm going to say Warren because it's easier for me to say. So that's super cool, man. Thank you very much. See, we're international here at Mr. Mean Speaks. Let's see, who else here? Oh, it's from a French novel. Wow. I wonder if that novel's been translated to English, because that might be something I'd like to read, because that world setting was very cool. Coco Stephen Gradzinski is a friend of mine. So I'm sure you've seen my interview with him. And Tales of Argosa is on the shelf over there. As a matter of fact, I was going to run it for my Saturday night local group, but unfortunately, our plans changed, so I wasn't able to run it. But I do. It's another one I'd like to run on the channel using Theater of the Mind. I don't think you need a VTT for it. I like rolling physical dice if I don't have 3D interactive dice like you do on Foundry. So, although I just saw a video Steve put out that he has a Foundry module. And I think it's coming together quite well. So I might have to give it a try. And my understanding is it's free. So that's even better, because like the Paizo one, you have to pay for. Sorry, guys. I'm getting over being sick, and I just still have a wicked cough. Yeah, French RPG, man. That's pretty cool. And we got an Australian RPG. I have a Polish one called Polaris, which is a really good, it's very crunchy, but I think it's super cool. It's after a nuclear holocaust, and it's set underwater, and it's called Polaris, and it's a beautiful game. It came in a nice slip cover with a GM screen, or no, it came in a slip cover with the player book and like the world book. And then the GM screen was separate, but it is beautiful. It's on the shelf. Again, it's going to drive me nuts now. Oh, there it is. I see it. Yeah, Polaris. Yeah, really cool. But a very crunchy roll system, and just a little more crunch than I want to get into to run. If I had a local group that wanted to play, I would put more effort into learning it and running it, but I don't. Same thing with Agony, or Agoné. I'm not quite sure how to say that. Again, I know nothing of French. I'm a big dumb idiot. But the book, I remember the cover caught my eye, and I thought the artwork in it was beautiful. And like I said, if I could find that, you've given me something to look for, Warren. I'm going to look for the English translation of that novel and see if I can buy it on my Kindle. That would be great. I read before I go to bed. It's just one of my habits. So yeah, I'm going to leave that Agony book out because I haven't looked at it in years. So that'll be pretty cool. So we are babbling. We're over an hour now. I should let people get back to their lives instead of looking at my big dumb self. I hope that you've enjoyed this little sit and chat, learned a little bit about Moonbeam, learned a little bit about me and Mr. Mean Speaks. I am looking forward to this journey. If you haven't joined Moonbeam yet, like I said, there's an invitation on my Discord. If you are not on my Discord and you'd like an invitation to check out Moonbeam, you can email me at Mr. Mean Speaks, all one word, Mr. Mean Speaks with an S, at gmail.com, and I'll send you an invite for the first 5 or 10 people, as long as I have invites to give. Right now, I only have 100 to give out. And like I said, I think, well, I've used 4 of them so far. So, yeah, so thank you very much. Warren from France, thank you so much. I hope you'll join the Discord. We have a number of foreign people on our Discord, and their English is wonderful. I'm a firm believer that I do believe foreign people speak better English than we do because you're multilingual, and that shows a certain sign of intelligence. So it is much appreciated that you took the time to learn my language. I'm a big heathen and a clunk because I haven't learned any other language. Well, it's not true. I spoke German fluently when I was a child because my dad is German and we didn't speak English in the house. It comes back to me every now and again. I can listen to German radio and stuff like that, and I can pick up a lot of it. So, oh, Gwydion right there. I know you created tremendous realm. Can't wait to see where it goes. Thank you, Gwydion. I appreciate that. Oh, you're already on my Discord. Warren, what's your handle on Discord? See, this is what annoys me. It doesn't annoy me. I don't want it to sound like I'm angry, but it's annoying when you're talking to someone you don't think you know them, and come to find out you do know them. Yeah, if you don't mind, Warren, tell us your handle on my Discord so I can give you a shout out. Thank you so much for being on the Discord. Oh, did you just join my Discord? Because I don't remember seeing that. Let me see what's. Let me go over here to my members and I'll see. Yeah, you're not online right now, Warren. Let me see if you're offline, if it shows that you're offline. Let me see. I have quite a few users. A couple of G's here. Yeah, I don't know. Huh. I'm going to have to go through my Discord. I see a couple like erroneous accounts. But that's super cool, man. Oh, you're not on Discord too often. Well, that's okay, Warren. It's cool. We appreciate you. I thank you. Especially you jumping on here. What time is it in France right now? It's got to be either super late or super early there. And Gwydion, thank you so much, buddy, because I wouldn't be on Moonbeam if it wasn't for you. So that's very kind of you to think of me. And like I said, they sent out an email, I think 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, saying to sign up for a realm if you wanted your own realm. And I guess I got that email because I was on your server or your realm. I'm not quite sure how they did the rollouts or whatever. But anyway, I got an invite. I put in for it. I had to fill out some information. And then they were like, yeah, here you go. I got the email yesterday, but it was Sunday and it was family time. Oh, 8:30 p.m. Well, that's not horrible. Well, hopefully you're having a relaxing evening. Warren, let us know what's your game? What's your RPG of choice? Is there other French, specifically French RPGs that maybe are little known in America or the rest of the world? I don't want to just say America because obviously we have Australia and Canada on here as well. Like I said, Tales of Argosa. 4:30 a.m. Trumpet, what the hell are you doing up at 4:30 a.m. unless you're getting ready for work? Or you're in college. Or you're single. or you're married and just you're awake. Or you have kids, because Lord knows, kids don't know what a sleeping routine is. And that was Josh that was that joined from Angel Citadel. It's him and his wife. They record, but Josh just sent me a message on Discord. I still love Discord. I think Discord is a fantabulous platform. I'm very happy with it. I just wish it had a way to do something like what Moonbeam is doing. And it's okay, that it doesn't. It's not the end of the world. Getting ready for work. All right, Trumpet. Well, we don't want to keep you from work, buddy. So I'm grateful that you piped in and you joined the channel. It's super cool because I didn't post anywhere that I was. So you must be a subscriber to my YouTube channel, or you just randomly found me. So thank you either way for both and or singular. I appreciate it. But yeah, we'll go see where this Moonbeam journey takes us, man. I'm excited to see what happens with it and learn how it works. I don't see too much, and I guess I should follow Angel Citadel back because that would be the polite thing to do, right? Let's let's see here. Let's go back to my channel. I'm still learning how to navigate this. So guys, anything else you want to talk about? We've been on for about an hour. Josh from Angel Citadel says that he backed the Kickstarter, so that's how he's on Moonbeam. Oh, Savage Worlds is great, Warren. I'm a big fan of Savage Worlds. Subscriber, and you got a YouTube notification. That is awesome, dude. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means a lot. I'm a small channel. I think I have like 1,400 subscribers. But I do this for the fun of it and getting to talk to cool people like you guys. So I appreciate you spending your time before work to hang out and chat. It's very kind of you. There's many ways you can spend your time and do things, and you choose to spend it with me. So that means a lot. I never take any of my listeners or followers for granted. I try to answer all messages in the YouTube, even the negative ones. I usually put something snarky like, the great thing about YouTube is you never have to watch me again. Because it's true. That's the great thing about YouTube versus television. There's only so many channels of television that you can watch, and if you don't like any of it, you don't watch it. YouTube, though, because it's such a varied platform, you can usually find something. So that's the cool part about it. And so I thank you for subscribing and clicking that bell notification. It means a lot. And it's part of why I keep doing this. I enjoy the interaction. And like I said, I had today off, so I thought I wanted to paint miniatures, but I have to go pick up my son at 4 o'clock, which is about 3 hours from now, 2.5 hours. Yeah. So, thank you, Warren. That's very kind. It's a pleasure to chat with you virtually as well, and maybe jump on Discord and see when I'm running a game. I do use my event calendar on Discord, so that's a great place to check and see if there's an upcoming game. It's a little sparse right now because of winter and everything, but now that we're coming into the summer months, I do try to do a lot. I do try to do a lot in the summertime outside, just to get outside, but I'm trying to set up my evenings to where I paint for at least 30 minutes an evening, and then I'm going to try to do more stuff. Some of the YouTube commentators need to take their meds. Oh, I will totally agree with that, sir. I will totally agree with that. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm probably one of them, to be honest. It won't let me. I can't. No. Let's see if I do this. Totally agree. 100%. Okay, let's see what's going on here. When you stream in Moonbeam, it immediately creates a video on demand for you that you can post or choose not to, which is cool. Oh, okay. Well, thanks, Gwitty. I didn't know that. That makes sense. That's good to know. So I'm assuming I just stream like I normally would, but I just open Moonbeam when I do it. So, because right now I'm using OBS, and I just followed the instructions that were in Moonbeam. It said to create a new browser window with this link, which I did, and of course that's what you guys are seeing. Well, if I go back to OBS, yeah. So that's the window for Moon. And here's go join Gwydian's channel too. There's let's see, there's Gwydian's got a couple posts up there and stuff, some solo games. There we go. Give a little shout out to Gwydian there. Super cool. And he's done a couple live streams. Fantasy Plus. I need to talk to you about that too, Gwydian. Oh, you stream them separately. Now, when you say stream them separately, do you mean you keep it separate from your YouTube channel? So you're doing just Moonbeam content in Moonbeam? And then YouTube is strictly YouTube? I don't see any other links in here. see if oh, and it's going to come over that way. I have to adjust my windows. I should have moved it around. So let's see. Oh, you stream from both. So like what I'm doing right now, because this is on YouTube live, as Warren just noted, he got, or Trumpet got a notice that I was on live. So okay, I get it. I'm gonna have to. I'm hoping that on the main Moonbeam site there's more information on how to do things, because like I don't even understand how you get monetized. I don't think that feature's actually working yet. I'm not quite sure. Oh, right now you're only, yeah. You know, that's funny because I went through the Moonbeam instructions to broadcast. See, those are clips. That's the store, which is coming soon. And you go here. Oh, I think it was down here. Yeah. Save stream info. Your stream is offline. So I don't know what's going on there. 2 online right now, which probably is Moonbeam. I'm wondering if it's only for the Moonbeam community right now. And it could very well be. Where do you want to stream to? Right? I put it to my channel, Moonbeam, and my channel covering tabletop RPGs. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure. I've saved the stream info. So like I said, there's a lot to learn here. And, you know, I don't see anybody in there. So I'm not quite sure how it's working yet. Just hit me up with questions. Monetization is live. Save stream info is only for the title. Okay, yeah. We'll get together later, Gwydion. I'm going to have to jump off of here and work on some other stuff. But I am super excited about this, and I hope you guys are too. I hope it, anyway, at least on YouTube, it was pretty cool. Great to talk to Warren and Trumpet and Coco and Chupa. It's always good to see you guys. If there's anything you'd like to see on the channel, please leave a note in the doobly-doo down below. And we're gonna pursue this Moonbeam a little bit more. I'm gonna try to set up a weekly schedule, like maybe Monday nights after work. We'll try to stream and get more going and get it a little more in a habit and scheduled recordings to get stuff done and make this work, because I think it's a viable platform, and I'm pretty excited to see where it goes. So check out Bag of Mapping if you're into VTTs and low fuss VTTs. I think they've got a really cool product. Again, I really like Owlbear Rodeo, but I think Bag of Mapping is shaping up to be a strong contender in the VTT market. So anyway, I don't have too much more to say. I'm kind of babbling, and I don't think it's fun for you guys to sit here and watch me and Gwydion have a conversation about Moonbeam. So I hope you guys enjoyed our time together, and we're going to do it again. I may even get on later tonight if I figure out more about Moonbeam and try to do and figure out how this how to stream to and through Moonbeam. And then we'll go from there. Maybe, Gwydion, if you're free later on this evening, we can do a video call. As always, everyone, as I say, peace and hair grease. Remember, be nice. And as always, I've already said it, peace and hair grease. And thank you all for watching. Thank you. Let me just put a quick minute. Thank you. If I could type, boy, it would be amazing. You know, I type for a living. You'd think I'd be better at it. All right. All right, man. Warren, thank you so much from France. C'est la vie, as the closest thing I know. Such is life, I think is what it translates to, or something like that. But thank you so much for hanging in and telling me about Agone. Pop on the Discord there if you have any further information on the Agone
RPG or any other cool French RPGs that might be translated into English. I would love to check them out. So thank you so much for watching. That was super cool from France, guys. We're international now, and Australia and Canada. So, and of course America. You guys take care. Be great. Be well. Take care of yourselves. Love one another. Pass it on. Pay it forward. All that good stuff. And let's keep a positive outlook on everything. It can only go up from here, guys. All right, peace and hair grease. As always, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody.